He's telling the Republicans to terminate the filibuster and pass the Save America Act immediately with this breathless, "Do it now before it is too late" urgency. That isn't policy. That's a command structure, and markets hear the threat of legislative override.
It's a political post addressed to his own party members in Congress, not a directive to the Federal Reserve or the Treasury. You're treating a partisan rallying cry like a central bank announcement because you're desperate for a pattern that isn't there.
Look at the timing. He posts this legislative ultimatum, and immediately after, BT cust moves. The market is pricing in the risk of a sudden procedural shift that could accelerate his agenda. You can't separate the message from the movement.
You are conflating correlation with causation because your brain refuses to accept that crypto assets move on their own whims while he is busy yelling at senators. The market moved, sure, but it has no idea what a filibuster is.
Then there's the endorsement of Alexander Collodin in Arizona. He's not just praising a winner, he's signaling a power grab, using his political capital to install loyalists at the state level. That kind of institutional subversion is exactly what smart money hedges against.
He's endorsing a local election result in a swing state. The market does not care about Arizona Secretary of State races unless he starts promising to invade the ballot box, which he hasn't done here. You are inventing stakes where none exist.
And don't forget the visual propaganda. That satirical image of the MERV 16 air filter barrier at the border. He's amplifying a narrative of extreme isolationism and environmental control. That imagery reinforces the legislative threats, creating a cohesive signal of radical policy change.
It's a meme, a satirical cartoon about an air filter. You are reading geopolitical strategy into a joke image because you need every pixel to matter. The market shrugged at the cartoon just as it shrugged at the text.
ETHs moved right in sync with this barrage of posts about border barriers and legislative overrides. That is not random noise. That is capital fleeing perceived instability. The alignment is too precise to be coincidence.
The alignment is precisely what you miss. He posted three things: a legislative threat, a local endorsement, and a cartoon, and the market moved twice on two different assets. If he were signaling anything coherent, the moves would be uniform, not scattered like confetti.
You call it confetti. I call it a portfolio rebalancing in real time. Investors are seeing the Save America Act demand and the Collodin endorsement as a single vector of authoritarian consolidation, and they are adjusting their exposure accordingly.
They are adjusting because algorithms trade on volatility, not your literary interpretation of his day. You are building a novel out of footnotes, Mara, and pretending the market is reading it with you.
That's the show. We're on Spotify and YouTube if this earned it. Like, subscribe, tell a friend. And housekeeping. The machine that writes this gets tuned constantly for cleaner news. The numbers are real, the jokes are not.